live.
We need to go live song. Go live.
Go live.
I can't figure out what it is though. There's got to be one.
Guys, go live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shush Secret Time. Can you hear us? Can you see us? That's what we need to know.
That's all that matters.
All that matters. Can you hear me and see me? All right, I still got to rearrange myself. We're both coming off of projects, and both our brains are not really clicking to think like this.
Yeah, we just sat there and started having like just regular conversations, and then we're like, oh crap, we're supposed to be doing a thing.
Oh wait, we're supposed to, yeah, we slowly over the 30 minutes of time have slid into conversational. So we may wind up saying more than we should on this one because
it's definitely shush secret time.
So don't tell anybody anything you hear.
Anything you hear in this room.
All right, if you are turning into to this live stream for the first time ever, I am Tara and that's Natalie. What does my name say? Okay, it says the right name. And we do a live stream once a week because we like to engage with you guys directly and tell you guys all the behind the scenes secrets of our lives and the channel and what's going on. What's been going on a lot lately is that Natalie and I are getting more and more involved in film production, which has been our,
it's happening. It's finally happening. It took to 40 to finally like get this fork and ball rolling in the right direction. But hey, things are happening.
Our gimmick for starting a channel in the first place is working now. Like we're working.
We're doing it.
We're
doing it, Peter.
If you are tuning in after this, please don't hesitate to comment below. We try to comment back as often as we can. This still is an interactive piece. We're getting less good at comments because overall, just because things are
just less good at everything.
I know, well, we're just busy. Is my cup actually heating I took the cheater route to making tea and like I just put the old tea in here and then making the cup reheat the water.
You didn't heat the tea? You're just heating the tea now inside the cup?
It's old tea that I had already made earlier and then I put it in here and now I just want this. This is one of those self-heating mugs, guys. And I'm like,
I do that a lot though with my coffee mug heater. I'll just set it on there. Oh, so we'll do this right in a second. We'll get back to the
professional in a second.
So I made all those mug candles for everybody, not expecting anyone to light them at all, right? Yeah. My mom put hers on her candle wax melter and the whole thing just melted into mush. She's like, I ruined it. And so, which is fine. What she ended up doing is, because she's like, now it's like this frothy look, because like all the marshmallows melted into this little froth on top and the wick is now gone. So what she did was she put it on there again. I was like, well, and her mug was the only one that I didn't get from a thrift store because I saw it at TJ Maxx and it was a Spode one. You know what Spode is? They do the Christmas plate, that's Christmas china with the Christmas tree in it. Every year they come out platters and all that. Well, this one's a little Spode mug and she loves that. So I had done hers in one of those. And so I was like, well, then I was like, just, she melted it again and poured it into a mug so that she could have that other mug as an actual Christmas mug. And I'm like, oh boy. Anyway, you just made me think about that with these candle melters or mug warmers.
Yeah, mine smells incredible.
The smell turned out really good.
Yeah,
the house just smelled like that for a month and no one knew what was going down in my little workshop.
You're back there, little waxes and smelly goods. Like,
yeah, and they're like, is she baking in the office?
The house is incredible. Oh, that's awesome. So funny. Before we get really rolling, happy birthday, Elizabeth Banu.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday. I see it rolling through. Thanks, guys, for giving us the heads up. All right, so this is a live stream. Back to the way we do things. How we like to start the live stream, sometimes 5 minutes into it, is we love for you guys to say hi in the chat and then we say hi back. We want to know who we're chatting, so who we're talking to in the moment. So if you're out there hanging out, don't just hang out. Actually say hi. And I don't care who you are. Say hi and let us know where you're coming from. And if it's the first time you've ever seen this or us in general, what was the first video you ever watched of ours? That's our
how did you end up here?
What are you doing here?
Who invited? No, just kidding.
Yeah. All right. And now
is that what's happening now?
Yeah. Now he's gonna read them off. We're gonna say hi, and then we're gonna get going on this party.
Okay. Unit, Wisconsin's like both of them. Joyous day. Yes, both of us. We are here. Well, in separate places, but together together again. David Faith, hello. Jack Boots, hi. Clayton Gordon, hello, hello, hello. Greg Phillips was here very briefly. Sorry, it's missing shush. I need rest time, full of winter cold. Thank you for the super chat, Greg Phillips, and have a nice nap. Ed Keaton, hello, and happy Thursday to you. Lockpicking engineer, good day. Desiree Gonzalez, heyo. Elizabeth Bonu, howdy, and it's my birthday. Happy birthday. Evan, hi. Is this a different Evan or is this Evan sure? We have a new Evan?
No, is there an Evan club now?
You have an Evan club now? Summer test 2024. Hey everybody. Stephen Brown, hello, Eberblobby. Okay, all right. I think we have a little speech impediment. Scrolling. Lito's here as well. Hello, Lito. DC, you know who you are. Hi, DC. Hooray. I got hung up there. From I thought you were saying you were in DC as well. Blair is here. Hello. He waved. Hi. Same Evan, just it doesn't say today. Hi, Evan. Sure. And Toby Vega, hello from work. I think that's everybody. Howdy do.
Toby might be staying at the Millennium Biltmore when he comes to LA next.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Should I stay there? It's haunted. I'm like, you absolutely
yes.
Hey, it's gorgeous. It's so
I'm sure we'll get into this later, but Toby, those hand warmers freaking saved my life. We'll talk about all the cold factor, but thank you, Toby. Toby had given me some rechargeable hand warmers and they saved my life.
Nice. I'm going skiing in a couple weeks and I'm taking those little, we'll get into mine later, the
tiny little hot hands.
Shaker mops. Oh my God, those saved my life last week. I bought a huge box. Yeah, Toby's thinking about staying at the Millennium and I told him, I was like, you absolutely should. It's gorgeous. And they filmed so many movies there, including Ghostbusters, but like they filmed The Bodyguard there and stuff. I went and looked it up. I'm just kind of curious.
Really?
I didn't know that.
That'd be fun to like I'm sure there's some tour thing online that you can like, this is the hallway, this is the whatever, you know.
Yeah, from the there's a little list. Go look it up, Toby, because
hey Logan.
4 that have filmed there. Yeah. Welcome. Oh, did we also thank Greg Phillips for the super chat already? Did you do that? Okay,
I did that in my hellos, but thank you again.
I tuned out to see what temperature my mug was at. It was at 1.
Also, Shannon West isn't here because she's in the hospital with her dad. So, you know, sending, you know, happy thoughts, good thoughts to Shannon. Sorry you can't be here. Hope everything's okay.
I just watched The Shadow and realized how much I missed the Ambassador Hotel. As in the one that was like a radio guy. I think I used to love that movie, but I can't remember. It's got the guy with the eyebrows. And I know all guys have eyebrows, but he's got the really intense ones. He was in
the guy with the eyebrows
and Titanic as the bad millionaire boyfriend.
Oh yeah. Oh, that guy with the eyebrows. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But then I know I'm mixing up the Phantom with the Shadow. The Shadow, never mind. I'm going down a train that does not need to happen. Alec Baldwin, yes. Billy
Zane is who you were talking about. Yeah.
I freaking loved the Alec Baldwin, The Shadow. I thought it was so like it was one of those movies that shaped me as a youth. All right, guys, let's talk about a little bit of business time. We just have the tiniest bit of business time, and then we'll get into the fun stuff, which is just
us. Hi, Ben. Briefly.
Hey, Ben.
Great here for a minute.
All right. So first and foremost, we got a video coming out tomorrow. Woo-hoo. We tried out the hair trimmer that was going around TikTok and it still is, where you like, it's just like it looks like a flat
your split ends.
Dude, it works. It's fantastic. I've used it since.
Now you don't have to watch the episode.
Oh no, now you have to watch it. It's fantastic. Well, they're here for the secrets.
These guys are watching anyway. It doesn't matter. We've got them. We got them hooked.
I watched the video for the idiocracy that is us, for us being dorks about it. Like, oh my God, like freaking out about our hair getting chopped up.
Yeah.
But I've used that thing since. That thing is amazing. That video is coming out tomorrow. Like, you know, with a 5 percentile chance of rain.
Yeah. God willing, and the creek don't rise.
We're still both coming off of crazy week. So
I haven't told Tara much of anything because we always like try to save the conversations for like during this. But
there's like stuff we talk about off camera that we know like we don't want to talk about publicly.
Yeah.
And then there's the stuff that like I can't wait to tell you the story. I can't tell you now, but I will tell you later. Math
Gamer says, LOL, I love your PP dance song. Thank you. Oh my gosh, driving back yesterday, I started singing the song because I had to go. And then actually I pulled up into the driveway, come running into the house going, and I don't remember how I was singing it, but it was not the PP dance song anymore. It was just me singing about having to pee so that I didn't pee on myself. It was like, oh, such real life. I had a cup that was a to-go coffee cup. And I kept thinking, if I can find some place to pull over, I can figure out how to pee in this. Like inside the car, because I can't get on the side of the road and try to do it. There's nowhere,
Yeah.
Luckily, that didn't have to happen, and I made it to the bathroom. But
goodness, I've noticed like I went and like actually checked in the back end of YouTube, but I was like, I've noticed a little small uptick of people genuinely liking the PP dance song, and I say it that way because we had a slew of people who really liked the PP dance and got there by not so great methods.
Yeah. How did you end up in this corner of the internet?
Interesting. No, people just genuinely enjoying it and be like, oh my God, that happened to me one time. I was like, oh, that makes me so happy. It's not just weird people doing weird things. Cool. You do you. You do you.
Yeah.
Also in exciting news, we got film festival updates here. So big announcement. Social Anxiety is going to be in the Utah International Film Festival. Very, very excited. It's going to be in February, mid-February.
February 12th through 17th is the festival.
Yeah, I remember the 12 part. That's all I got. And then we also are going to be in the Cambria Film Festival. There's more words in there. There's like rom-com in there.
Romantics and matters of the heart, something.
Actually in competition for that one, but we are going to be streaming. My God. We are going to be screening on February 10th, which is my birthday. So if you're in the Cambria area, come join me. I'm going to be doing my very dangest best to get there. And then
well, then Justin says what I was saying was I have to pee, I have to pee, I have to pee. Hey. As I came just dancing through the house after being gone for a week, just like slamming open the door. I have to pee, I have to pee, I have to pee. Hey, slam to the other door.
Oh, bye, Ben. He's gotta go to avoid frostbite. Seems like staying here would avoid the frostbite.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh my God. Jack Boot says, I watched Back to the Future the other day and finally realized that Billy Zane played one of Biff's gangs. Like, yep, that's one of those fun little Easter egg, not really an Easter egg, but always keep the female funnel handy for travel.
I did think about it. I was like, what the heck? I packed away the female funnel and I don't know where it is. Math Gamer, no, I did not actually have to pee at that time, but when I came up with the song, I did. So
yeah, that actually took us like the better part of a day to film. So at some point in there, I'm sure
I did have to, yeah,
but we
that
took
was
care of it.
acting. I am an actor.
I'm an actor.
I did see a comment recently that the girl in the back is staring into my soul.
Yes. Oh my God. I swear I filmed myself filming you in the car because like part of that I'm laying down in the back of that car so that you guys can't see me while we're driving around. And I'm pretty sure, and I'm trying to find the footage of me like going like, this is my life.
Okay.
My life.
Yeah, you were like laying in the back filming yourself. Yeah.
Yourself at some point. I know I have photos. I'm just trying to find the pictures. Are you joining us? Edie?
No, we're not in the UK. We are in America.
I'm in LA, Los Angeles. Natalie's
and I am in Utah. That was filmed in California, though.
California, yeah, about an hour outside of town. All right, so yeah, film festival stuff. If you haven't seen Social Anxiety, it is up on the internet now. We went ahead and put that out there because we are no longer constrained by the rules of film festivaling. So that is, I believe, still in the description box below. I'm sure Justin or Blair will put that up there for you. I don't know why, but I thought you were UK. Oh no, thank you.
What? That was filmed. No, it has a little rolly hill. It does look kind of like the UK a bit. But that's just California. California looks like a million different places.
Which is the glory that is.
Summer Tess says, yeah, I think it's your accents that confuse people. Can't tell where we're from.
I don't blame you. Oh, before we jump into it though, I want to tell people go to our Instagram account if you don't already follow us and follow us. I'm going to be posting up some BTS stuff from the last week. I've also got access to the pictures. So Ben, the director, yeah, there's like, yeah, Ben, the director said, here, take BTS pictures too. I was like, great, I will definitely take that. But you know, of course, I will.
Okay, well, I haven't seen those, so you don't necessarily have permission.
I will send to you first per our usual agreements.
I know. Well, Ben doesn't know that usual agreement. He might just start throwing them up on the internet.
Yeah, I think Ben should know that if you were out there listening, Ben, don't. I think you want to make sure you
It's fine.
Have pain and sufferings.
I don't care. It's the middle ground. The ones that are really, really bad, I like to see.
Yeah.
And the ones that are really good, I like to see. But anything in the middle there is where it's like, I just randomly have like a jowl. I'm like, ew.
I've tried to learn over the years, like what the things are to look for. And like, I swear it's like, I think you look fantastic in this photo.
But you know what? It's whatever is the thing that's my hang up at the moment. You know, because over time, over the 6 years, the things that, I mean, well, over the 15 years, the things that have changed of being my hang up, like when these age spots started showing up, that was my biggest, like, now I don't even care. You can see those, I don't even see them anymore. You know, like over my life, I've had one thing that was mortifying to me that I'm trying to cover up. But then as soon as the next thing comes in, I don't even care about it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, jowls are so past. Now I'm at the double chin. Next, it'll be serious forehead wrinkles, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, there'll be a new thing. Well, I love that it's always like that classic, you look back at photos and go, God, I was pretty. What was my problem?
Yeah. Why did I hate that photo? Yeah.
Yeah. And then you go back and like, oh, it's not that bad. I hate the feeling when you're desperate to pee, especially if you have a long drive and need to go really, yeah, the worst thing ever. Which happens to me way too often.
It happens more and more.
Yeah.
As I'm getting older. You'd think that you'd get better at this. No, I think I did get better for a long time. And now things are slowly turning for that age. Don't do it.
Older. Ed says you both you ladies look like you have flawless beauty. Thank you, Ed. My filters are strong.
The filters are strong with this one.
Log into the Zoom account. I'm like, dang it, Zoom, I have to like turn it down. Like that is too much. You are way too intense. Like you took away my eyes, not just my eyebrows.
I think that might even be a little bit too far for shush, Desiree. We're not having pelvic floor exercise conversations.
Half this audience doesn't even know what that is.
So you want to get into like the crazy week?
Yeah, I think we're there. Everything important that I had to talk about.
Gone. Let's go day by day for each of us. What happened to you?
Day by day.
How was your Monday the 11th or whatever?
Monday. Wait, hold on. I do have to get a calendar out for this.
I'm like, okay, let's see what happened here. Mine started on Wednesday the 10th. No, we did shush. Oh, I didn't know the Wednesday the 10th was the beginning of my adventure.
Wednesday. Okay, hold on. I'm catching up here. I'm in March for some reason. Okay, now I'm in February. Okay, here we are. Okay, Wednesday the 10th. Let's turn this off. Don't need this calendar. No, this calendar. Okay, Wednesday the 10th. Oh yeah, Wednesday was a prep day for me, which sounds like it's gonna be easy, but like that wound up. So we were filming on location in Echo Park, and that was the first day of 100. Second day of 100 steps in a go. So 100 steps up, 100 steps down. Because we were on location in Echo Park, that there was just no good way to get to the house. So it was like loading in.
Oh man,
so much stuff. And because we're indie, like you have to kind of do everything yourself. And like as a producer on an indie thing, like you just whatever you don't have enough,
whatever it takes. Yeah,
you just do it yourself. So like I wound up schlepping camera gear, my office stuff, like a cooler, like all this stuff. Like it was quite the workout. And then it was like jam-packed the rest of that day with like meetings and whatnot of just like trying to fit as much in as possible. And I was supposed to go to a Burger of the Month club and I missed it.
Oh, you didn't go? Oh,
I was bummed. I really wanted to go, but there's just no way. Like I was in this like an impromptu meeting way later than expected. And by the time I got done, I was like, no, I have to prep for tomorrow. Like, there's
Yeah.
to do. What was your Wednesday the 10th like?
Oh, I just traveled, from I hopped a plane from Las Vegas to Cedar City where I landed. To Cedar Rapids. Sorry, I live in Cedar City. Where and then drove into, but no, I don't think I had one delay, no big deal considering what was happening on that side of the world. Like Ben and Way flew in the day before and got grounded in Chicago, and they had to rent a car and drive in a blizzard. But the
Oh
blizzard
boy.
had let up for me to fly in. So my Wednesday was actually pretty chill, like got to meet up with Raythig and, go have a drink that night. Cause I was like, I don't know when else I'll be able to see you. But,
Right.
that was chill,
That's not that bad. Yeah,
but it
yeah.
was cold. It was getting cold. But when I looked
Yeah.
at the temperature, I was like, when I land, it's going to be 28. We've been doing that in Cedar City for a while, like no big deal. I can handle that. I'm prepared for a high of -1 on Monday. So this is not going to be that bad. No, yeah. Wednesday was easy. Thursday was easy too. We didn't end up filming on Thursday. We did shush. And
Mhm.
then they were having all sorts of problems. The problems hadn't started for me yet, but production was they lost a location. Well, they were supposed to be filming someplace that they had the okay and everything. And when they went in there to like prep the day before, they were told, oh yeah, did you know that there's a marching band in here that day too?
What?
It was at the Five Flags, and the Five Flags had the other part of like the ballroom or something was rented out to marching bands. And so we're like, well, we can't film with a marching band. For sound purposes, that's not going to work out. So they had to scramble looking for a new location. Meanwhile, they were trying to find a new location for the park because filming outside in -12 didn't make sense. So they ended up doing the Riverboat Museum, and it looks like an aquarium where they were filming.
And it looks really cool.
It looks really cool. But that was their Thursday, was them scrambling around. And then also because when Thursday night at 8 o'clock, it started snowing and snowed all night. It was like supposed to be about up to 2 feet of snow coming in. So they had to load everything they were filming at a college now, and they had to load everything into the college that night because they were worried that the grip truck wouldn't be able to get there in the morning. So because of the snow. So that was theirs. Like I'm not involved in that, Oh, that's when Ben and I went out. When Raythig and I went out, actually. It was Thursday night. Yeah. So that was easy. Big deal. How was your Thursday? Thursday the 11th.
It was like, so it was a 6 a.m. call, which meant I was up at 5. And then up and down those stairs in the morning, getting everybody in and everything in. It was, now I know that this is a relative thing, freezing cold. So freaking cold. Like it was for us low, and we didn't have any, like I couldn't get any of the outside heaters that were on location to work despite bringing tools and supplies. I had this leftover box of hand warmers from doing Good Grief. I had that huge box, so I was just handing those out to everybody because they were so cold. And like because of the way the location was, there's only so much space inside, so I'm outside in it the entire day. So
Yeah.
I put on yoga pants, and then I put on my flight suit, and then I put on a sweater over that, and an underlayer, a sweater over that, a jacket over that, a jacket over that, and I'm still freaking cold. But the worst part is
because none of those are the right thing. You're just trying to pile things on top to make the right thing.
Yeah, because I don't own the right things.
Right.
I then later remembered, like, oh wait, I have thermal underwear because I just forget I own these things. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just like layering up and trying to stay warm. But the balance of it was like every time I had to go up and down the stairs a whole lot, I had to keep taking off layers. Then I'd be freezing, put layers back on, and like even the sun would finally break and get in because we were under all this tree cover. We never really got warm, so like we were so cold. Me and the other producer were so cold all day long, and I got the greatest workout like that Thursday and then into Friday too. We were on the same location, and again it was like up and down, up and down, up and down all these stairs all day long. So exhausting, and schlepping stuff around. Like whenever space, there's never enough places to put everything, so you gotta like constantly be moving,
move it around so you can shoot this direction, move it around so you can shoot this direction. Yeah.
constantly lifting and moving. Like I was like, this is a really great way to start like being physically active again, because I've gotten a little sedentary in December. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm actually like working out again, working out, never what I do anyways, but starting to move around again. So that was Thursday, Friday those were my big days. What was your Friday like?
Friday, we were inside at Clark University. But it was snowing all day outside. So we were fairly comfortable once we got inside, no big deal. But now we did start an hour late because we had to wait for the roads to get plowed.
Oh,
Like no one could
no.
pick anybody up because the road, like half the roads weren't plowed.
Yeah.
So we were an hour late from that. And then everything went pretty smoothly on that account. But then some of the actors were only there for that day. So we decided to go out to the Riverboat Lounge, which we didn't know if it was even going to be, if anything was going to be open, because everyone's like, this Arctic thing is coming in. And like overnight, it had dropped from being like 28 degrees during the day to we're doing a high of 12, or whatever. So we had an opportunity to go to the bar, and I called Rathig and I was like, you can totally say no, but we're all talking about going to the riverboat. And the only way I can go is if you can give me a ride home afterwards. So if you want to come and hang out, like, come do it. But for some reason we miscommunicated and he thought I was at my homestead and he went to go pick me up there, which is not too far from him. But he went to go pick me up there and then got his car stuck in the snow. Because he got his car stuck in the snow. So I'm on the phone with him because he's like, where are you? And he's like, I'm here. And I'm like, I'm here. Where are you? And like, as we're having this conversation, he's realizing his car's stuck. So now Rathig's getting out and shoveling himself out. Meanwhile, I've already told Ben Way and his brother Alex that Rathig will give us a ride home. And so now they just walk in the door and I'm like, I don't know if we're all stuck here.
You'll live at this bar now.
So Ben Rathig did dig himself out, and then came and met up with us. And he's like, Natalie, next time get your boyfriend to shuttle you around. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. So that was the end of Friday. So the end of Friday. Friday was easy. Saturday was inside as well, but yeah, Saturday ended up being easy too. Oh, but we had outside shots. And now we're looking at like with wind chill factor with, we're sitting out in like the crew is outside and it is with real feel -12. So they're outside trying to get these shots. And this other kid has to keep walking over, Michael, who was fantastic playing Elliot, kept, having to walk over to the car and and he's outside. It was poor things. Aww. Everyone was just freezing. And then we tried to tack something on at the end of the night. Now, meanwhile, the reason we're trying to get these things today is because tomorrow, Sunday, the high is supposed to be -1. Like the high is -1 for the whole day. So we go and try to get this other scene. We filmed this other scene and we filmed it at someone's house. But I'm watching this guy set up a light outside of the house and he's out there and and it's getting freaking cold. The sun's down now. I think we were looking at that point in time that it was just -12, but the real feel was probably -20 something. And I turned to Ben and I said, why is he putting a light outside of the window? Why can't it be on the inside of the window? This is stupid. And he's like, well, camera's going out there. I'm like, well, that's also stupid. So they film through the window and everybody's sitting outside in like -20 at this point in time. And then that was the end of Saturday. So Friday and Saturday were not, it was getting cold, but nothing crazy bad was happening yet. What was your Saturday?
Saturday, I actually wound up having to go to Idle Hour and like,
oh yeah,
satellite paying attention to what's going on. Like they did. So part of the script, there's an audition that happens for a dancer. There's an audition that happens over Zoom. And so they did it actually over Zoom with these actors in New York. So they were that classic like Zoom. How do we deal with the Zoom timing thing?
Which would have been a good one for you to be on set for because you have experience with that.
Yeah, which is why we got notifications of it. We wound up using Microsoft Google Meeting. But that's why we got a couple weird emails about our Zoom account. It's like, I wonder if ours could do it and improve.
Oh yeah, but it's too low res.
while I was at it, but I was like, nah, we have to pay. I'm like, not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what that was Saturday. And then they started, so they filmed in a bunch of cemeteries. So there's one cemetery in the script, but in order to make it work, we wound up filming at like 3 different cemeteries. So they filmed
Oh.
one day at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery where the
Mhm.
actual grave and the story is. And then because we're stealing the shot, wound up like having 2 cemeteries that work, 2 different spots that work, and filming parts and pieces at different ones. So they were like hopping cemeteries. They went to one cemetery yesterday to get the right sundown time. And then into Sunday was like a small pickup day that I also had to miss because of work. But they wound up going back to the other cemetery to pick up different cemetery shots. It's been really interesting to see them
Wow. How it's
at
all
cemeteries.
compiled together.
Yeah, because they all have different attributes, and that was the problem when we were scouting, is that they all had different attributes that we really liked, but no one of them had all of them. And there's also the danger of getting kicked out, which amazingly, no one got busted. Oh, incredibly. Like I was amazed, like not amazed, like
Mm.
intentionally,
Well, yeah, you just grill at it. Yeah.
yeah, intentionally, like we cut down the crew to like, I was like, I should not be there. You don't need me. Like you're gonna wind up getting busted the more people you have. So like let's
Yeah.
just me that day and take one car in and as few people as possible and like let's all get as far away from the office as humanly possible. And they did it. They
Yeah.
managed to steal all the shots. I'm amazed. Don't do that if you can help it. Sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was impressive to say the least. What was Sunday for you?
Sunday's when things started to get rough.
Uh-oh. Okay, so the story gets good.
Sunday's where, the high is -1 and nothing works anymore.
Yeah.
Like you just don't know the things that, like, did you know that at -12, like tape doesn't work anymore? Like duct tape just is frozen and it doesn't actually do things. Like there's just things like that. So we end up Sunday morning and it's now real feel of -32 outside. And I get dropped off at where Ben is staying,
Mhm.
and Way and all them, but they were planning on, because of a bad choice to begin with. But there was people outside, and my driver had something else that they needed to go do, and they didn't realize that they were dropping off at the wrong place because there were all these people outside. It was, I mean, somebody from the festival, but like they just saw everybody outside, but everyone was grabbing equipment and then driving over, except for when I got up to the door, Ben's like, "Oh, well, we're walking," and I go, "I'm not walking." Like I just went, I'm not. And we stood there for 2 seconds and I'm like, stop being a diva, Natalie. You can walk. Like if the 4 of you them are walking, and Way went, why are we walking? Like as we started, but we're walking into wind and it is like, what would be a leisurely stroll,
Yeah.
a 10-minute, maybe probably even a 5-minute walk, not in the snow, but it's a almost 15-minute walk in the snow, and the wind is coming at us. And luckily, I mean, as I'm walking, I'm like, wow, these pants work. And I had padded pants on and with thermals underneath, and I had good snow boots with thermal socks on. And I had a thermal under my sweater and I had my Carhartt jacket on. And I'm like, so I'm going through the list of things that work really well. And I'm
Yeah.
like, but these gloves don't work at all. And I'm like, my beanie sucks, like those are two. So we get there, everything's fine, except we lost an hour because all the equipment needed to like thaw out.
Yeah.
Like the equipment was frozen. And because everything's like electrical now, like computerized and stuff, like we were worried about condensation in them. So we lost an hour waiting for equipment to thaw out. And then there were also things like Allie walks in carrying a pillow because she's set decking, and she says, does memory foam act weird in the cold? And I happen to know from the ranch that it turns into a solid brick, and because we've gone up to the ranch and like our bed being, and so I was like, oh my God, give it to me. So I sit on it on the couch and wait for it to thaw out. I'm just sitting on a brick of cement, frozen cement. And then during lunch that day, Dave goes out to get lunch, and because of the way we did it, which was not, in retrospect, was not a good idea. It was taking extra long for the order to get ready. And then when he went back out to his car, this is the middle of the day, this is lunch, it wouldn't start because it was frozen out. Like whatever had happened, it wouldn't start. So then we lost an hour and a half on lunch. So we lost an hour in the morning, lost an hour and a half on lunch. We go to walk to go to walk. So now we're moving to Paul's Tavern to film this little thing outside. And we'd had an actor drive in early from Chicago because we were hoping to get there earlier. We got there exactly at the same time we thought we were going to. So we had like an hour of sunlight maybe to get 3 shots. And Way is, and it's just chaos. Like Ben and I are on the phone together. He's inside Paul's. I'm sitting in the car with Way. Way's in my seat doing a POV from me, and he's just holding the camera. And there's no one even there to help him put it on his shoulder. That thing is freaking heavy. And I'm watching it like readjust. And he was trying to do focus. He's like, "Can you put the focus thing in my hand?" He's trying, and like someone else was Liz was supposed to be there, but she had gotten stuck inside now. But now we're trying to film it because there's someone supposed to be walking around the bar and coming inside. And the communication was breaking down entirely. And I end up like getting out of the car and standing up and going, "Fucking go!" to these extras. Because I'm watching Way like slowly falling over in the seat. Like we got the shot. And then before when we were about to head over there, they're like, "You're with us." And I'm like, "Am I supposed to be in costume?" Because I was wearing my Carhartt. I was like, "Well, let me change coats into my costume coat." And I got to the car and Way's in the back seat with the camera. I'm like, "I'm not driving." I was like, I've never driven in the snow. I am not driving across town on the freeway right now. And we didn't have time to argue about it either. I was like, and we got there and I drove around the block once, like, but I was like, I mean, and that's fine. I can go really slow and do this turn really slow and do this, but I'm not driving someone else's car across town in the snow for the first time. I was like, so I think that was the extent of the craziness on Sunday. That might have been all the craziness on Sunday.
God. That, yeah, I had a feeling that the snow and the cold, because like little things like that on our medium cold, like, yeah, like tape not working, like, oh, that doesn't work. Oh, this isn't happening. Oh,
yeah.
But you don't realize, like, I know that, and this is a weird thing to know, but like the glue on label makers, which is unimportant, doesn't work when it gets
the glue on an envelope doesn't. And there's a scene where I'm closing an envelope and I just can't get it to close.
Yeah, like, and that's only like 50 degrees in a bar that I can't get the label maker sticker to stick because it's so cold. Or like in the fridges, I have to like bring a hair dryer, heat that I'm putting the sticker on, put the sticker on, heat it up. And then, oh, that reminds me, I have a side note to talk to you about later.
Yeah. Well, Julia just sends her letters in the mail with no, and then they're not closed, whatever. And then also the scene, like they had tried to tape an envelope onto the mailbox so we could catch the things in there and it wouldn't hold. So I may be getting arrested for federal crimes because I put a lot of pieces of mail into a post box that are going nowhere to an imaginary address. And at least, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Fingerprints are all over it. But that was, yeah.
Oh, what was Monday? Did the weather get any better?
No, the weather got worse. The weather was colder because there was no sun that day. And I had a couple outdoor things. That's when the hot hand things came in really, really handy. We again had a thaw, even though we had plugged it. Oh, we didn't have a thawing problem with the equipment. The grip truck wouldn't start because the diesel was frozen. Yeah. So we had an hour delay to start there. We were filming inside it and everything was fine in there. Then we had to move to another location. And as we pulled up to the second location, Ben and Way and Allie had tried to get there quickly before everybody to start setting up. And Allie's car's on the side and we go past her and we're on this rural road. What we don't realize is that this road it's 1 lane each way and then it just drops off. But because they've plowed it enough, it looks like there's another 4 feet on either side. That's just a shoulder. Yeah. There's no shoulder. So when they pulled over, they just sunk into the snow. And we were in a Range Rover and Jessica starts to pull over on the side. We don't realize they're stuck and trying to dig out that car at this point. So we go to pull over to the side and I said, "This is too soft." And she started to pull back out and barely made it. We would have flipped. Like we barely made it back on the road. Luckily some plower like pulled over and helped pull them out of the thing. Then we're inside and we're filming on this glass door. We're trying to do this shot with this sliding glass door, but it's old and the wood is expanded weird. And like there's keeps being a gap at the bottom. So now we're having like someone else is going to help me close it. They're out of shot, but like pull it from the bottom so that it goes, but then it comes off the track. And now we're holding this old antique glass door with a wood frame outside, and with a butter knife that we've gone like gone and snuck into the kitchen and gotten things, like trying not to tell the owner that their glass door is off in sub-degree temperatures. So we're like, we finally got it back into the track and everything after removing the ice. And then we went and told him, so your door is coming off the track. I would have some come and look at it, but and then we decided that shot, we got it. We got one okay take. So we'll figure it out in post, And then there was a PA came inside halfway through. We're in the kitchen. We're trying to work with a cat.
Oh, I've seen pictures of the cat.
Yeah. We got stuff. We didn't get what we wanted, but we got stuff that will probably work. But we're trying to get this shot with this cat. And he comes in, he's like, where's Brandon, who is producing, or who was first ADing? But Brandon had to leave because he was allergic to cats. And there was 2 cats and a dog in that house, and he was not doing well. So he left. And I could tell this guy, he's young, he's like 24, was not okay. And I was like, and I said, I was like, why do you need Brandon? He's like, well, my car's stuck down the hill, and I know everybody else is busy. So of course we had to ignore that for a second because we were losing light and we did this. And then the next thing I know, outside our first AC, and the lady whose cat who was the talent, like she's out there pouring litter out there trying to help this guy, and they got it out. But it was such an amazing crew of like, get it done. And like the amount of people standing outside in the cold holding this door up while we're on the floor, like trying to it was such a, there's so much heart in this crew that they were like, we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. The scrappiness of it. And not like they were all from the area. So the ones that were from the area, you kind of go, oh, now they're not used to -32, but they are used to being cold, like
they're more adjusted to this.
I think that was the last of the chaos. And then all the flights were delayed on the last day when we were coming back. But,
yeah. I mean, like, just a testament. Like, I know from beginning to end, not beginning, but like pretty early on, this project had a lot of hurdles. Like, in Texas, so forth and so on. So it's just a testament to like every person involved in the project, like, to get it done despite the odds that you guys were all against. Like that.
It was insane.
Yeah. Insane. And like I talked to Ben, the director, Ben Tedesco. I'm gonna start calling him Tedesco so we can differentiate from Ben.
Well, there were 3 Bens on set, and we had to call them by nicknames and last names. Not even mentioning Ray Thick, who was offset and was involved. Like we had 4 Bens.
You're all fired. All the Bens are fired. Tedesco. Tedesco, he and I have been side chatting, and apparently there already is a rough cut, which is incredible. Like his brother Alex is an incredible editor, so we may be seeing some stuff about this sooner rather than later. And then we've got a blooper reel that I'm going to put up on our Instagram account coming up for my project. Veda in Paradise is what it's called. We loaded out. Oh my God, Natalie, you'll appreciate this. So loadout was Monday. So another full day of stairs for me. It wasn't nearly as bad because a lot of stuff had already been pulled out by the camera crew. So it wasn't nearly as bad, but it was still like, okay, here I go, more steps. Ben, Benjamin, and Benny, very fun. Thank you, David. But I was our production designer, Anna. I remember Anna from Miss Brown.
Mm-hmm.
She's a production designer on this one. She has a really good job, especially with zero money. She had done the buy everything from Amazon, return what we don't use game.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot to return, and she was just way overworked, and well, not way overworked. She's at the end of how much she can possibly do. She's got to leave town by a certain amount of time. She's headed to Sundance because one of her movies got into Sundance, and then she's like her mental plate is full as well as her work plate. So she's she's like, could you return all the Amazon stuff? I was like, yes, we got this. So me and the other producer load up in a car and do all the runs to the UPS, to Whole Foods. And
because some of them will only be accepted at this one, and some of them only be and
it's piles of stuff. So we go to the UPS, and like, it's because we didn't purchase anything, it's really hard to like figure out what things are, and especially with UPS, because there's no pictures for UPS returns. Amazon and Whole Foods is great, there's photographs, so we can figure it out. So we drop off the box of curtains. So I'm like, okay, this must be all the curtains. I can see the numbers matching. This must be what this is. Go to Amazon or go to Whole Foods, the amount of stuff that we had, like we ruined some people's days. I felt so bad because we had so much stuff. And the woman who was at Whole Foods doing it was a gosh darn pro. Like she was, we had a whole train system. Like they would tell me the next thing, I'd go find the thing, mash the thing, give the thing. The woman, she was like doing the stickers. Like we were working as fast as humanly possible, but the line behind us.
Oh yeah.
Of angry faces. Like I stopped being able to look at it because I felt so bad about. I'm like, I'm sorry to ruin everyone's day. We're almost there. Like, God, it was so much stuff. And then we get to the end of it, and I'm like, I'm missing some things, and I don't have some things because too many curtains went to the other store. So I had to go back to the UPS, pick up the curtain, go back the next day, and return the rest of the stuff. Like the amount of like just Amazonery, like
Amazonery.
Oh my God, I felt so, and like when I went back, I still had quite a few things. At least I wasn't the only person with a string of things to return. And the one was very no nonsense the second time, so I got a little nervous, but she was like really nice, but very have your codes ready. No messing around on this. You need to be ready, have it going. Here's the thing. I'm like, just like
I'm trying, but do you see how much there is?
like candles.
You need like 2 more assistants.
Yeah, we like match the candles up to the candle, and like there's these weird votive candles that we got to unwrap in the moment to like figure it out. Like,
oh yeah,
so much stuff. But that was Monday. Like,
what is happening?
Done. Did my receipts. I signed up for QuickBooks like a grown up. I'm very excited. I called a CPA the other day to start my little like personal loan me out thing, but I started my little and made my first QuickBooks invoice with my receipts for all the stuff I gotta get paid back for. I felt like a little grown up. 3-minute warning here for joke corner, 3-minute warning, 2-minute warning for joke corner.
It just changed.
It just now changed. I'll take all of your letter and mail jokes. The theme is going to be letters, mails, anything to do with the post office. That is our theme, pulled straight from the letters that Natalie will be arrested for breaking the law.
Yeah. And they show up at my doorstep in federal offense, and now I'm on the no-fly list, and
it's gonna really limit your workload.
Right?
Oh, you're so cute. She's being ridiculously cute. Just at a camera shot. All right, we got a 2-minute warning for joke corner. Joke corner is where you guys go and get jokes from the internet, and we come back and we read them, and we laugh and relax for the last 10 minutes of this sucker. As a reminder, we will have an episode coming out tomorrow. It is our hair trimmer episode. We take the TikTok viral hair trimmer and see if it works. Also, fun fact, there's lots of other trimmers out there to try as well, ranging in all prices. The least expensive being the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No, I don't think that's a great idea. My dad used to work for the post office, says Ed. Was your dad Cliff Clavin by chance? Just kidding. Been watching Cheers way too much. Software is updated by datum.
No. Damn.
Oh man. The heart's covering this comment. I can't read it. I've started to read a comment in the heart. I'm like, nope, I'm not going to get there. It's not going to work out for me to read that. It's just going to be embarrassing.
That word is my. I don't think the confused plants are the ones leaving food wrappers and granola everywhere in my car is what it says.
Oh.
You're having a conversation.
Oh, got it.
Plants being confused.
I was about the word that I was like, oh, plants. Are we talking about plants? I'm into it. Also, if you didn't catch it earlier, social anxiety is continuing on in the film festival funds. We got the Utah International Film Festival, the Cambria Film Festival. What's the one in Montana that we're a part of?
Casper, Wyoming.
That's it. Casper, Wyoming. Wyoming. I've been watching Yellowstone too, so I'm stuck in.
I think Utah might be our last one.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's Kanab still. There's another Utah one that's in March that I just was like, hey, I'm going to submit to this, even though it's way in the future. All right. We're not going to wait to release it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Social Anxiety, again, that is up on the internet for you guys to see. The link is below for you. All right, let's do some joke corner. Are you ready for joke? Do you want to be a part of this? You're so nice today. David Faith. wait, this needs to be so much bigger. I'm
Wait, I'm not ready for joke corner.
joke corner.
Oh, wait, I have my phone. I've been filming on my phone, so I couldn't do my jokes. So let me see if I can find mine.
Making it, oh no, made it smaller. Went the opposite direction intended.
Having mistakes. Mistakes have been made.
Okay, here we go. All right, dear Faith. A sheep, a drum, and a snake fall down the cliff. But
but what's the middle one?
But ba dum.
What was the middle? No, what was the middle thing?
Drum.
Drum.
But his.
Well, the drum. We needed something to replace the drum because you do all that on a drum.
Yeah, it needs to be an animal of some kind. We need an animal that goes dumb.
Human. But dumb hiss. Bad dumb hiss.
Is not a gift. It's a punishment. You still have to deal with everyone who doesn't have any. Yes. Oh, Ben says the condition of Dubuque streets right now is his joke.
Yeah.
I replaced my rooster with a duck. Now I wake up at the quack of dawn.
I think that'd be fun.
I was like, I think you'd like that one. That's like a Natalie joke. How do you comfort an English teacher?
I don't know.
There.
Oh.
Yeah, that's clever.
I don't even have to see that, and I know what's going on
there. Joke. Judge, I order you to pay 10,000. Mario, why? Judge, it's a fine. Mario, no, it's a not. Is that offensive to all Italians? Is any Italian out there can tell me if I'm offensive or not?
Yeah.
Oopsie. My friend Claudia was like, why does everyone think it's okay to make fun of the Italians and do the Italian accent? Like it's a joke. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I do it too. Nah. Desiree, why don't envelopes reproduce?
Why don't envelopes reproduce?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all male?
Yes. Well done.
I'm very proud of myself on that one.
Pride in your face that you got it. Joke. Me. I eat 10 chips while standing in the pantry with the bag open, trying to decide if I want to eat chips. And chip calories don't count against calories. Like,
and it turns out the answer is yes, I want to eat chips.
I want to eat chips. Now from here on is where the calories start to count when I made the decision to eat the chips. The secret to enjoying good wine, open to let it breathe. If it appears not to be breathing, apply mouth to mouth. My rock band has a Yugoslavian sound engineer. We recently hired a Czech one too. Check 1, 2. Boo. Boo. What do you want? Time travel. When do we want it? Last Thursday.
I spent 5 minutes fixing a broken clock yesterday. At least I think it was 5 minutes.
What starts with an E and ends with an E, but only has one letter in it?
What starts with an E and ends with an E, but only has one letter in it? An envelope.
Yes. Well done. That's from Desiree. Look at
I thought it was going to be like, that was like my first thought, but then I was like, maybe it's like E.
Oh, yeah.
And then what is it? And I'm like, me? But that's one, not one. Anyway.
Dear Faith, it's so cold outside. I just saw a teenager with his pants pulled all the way up. That's cold.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is a joke, Justin, but I'm saying it. Never say a man's name followed by the phrase, this needs to be so much bigger. Your face.
What kind of lights did Noah have on the ark?
Bug lights?
Floodlights.
Floodlights. Meow. What is a mailbox's favorite song?
What is a mailbox's favorite song? What's that one? There's a Mr. Postman song, and I can't remember how it goes. Like a letter, Mr. Postman. Way. Is it that one?
His is Return to Sender.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Address unknown.
Elvis Presley. Desiree just found an envelope containing several severed fingers in my mailbox. It was weird because we don't usually get mail on Sundays.
Who was that? Was that Desiree?
On so far. Yeah, that's Desiree. That's not weird at all.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, that's good. That's good. Does refusing to go to the gym count as resistance training?
No. Yes. Yes, it does.
Yes. What did the envelope say to the stamp?
Stick with me, kid, and you'll make it. And we'll make it.
Stick with me, baby, you're going places.
There you go.
Lito, what travels around the world but stays in one corner?
That's a stamp.
Yeah.
I know that one.
Yeah. Dear Faith, everybody hates math. It was all in all caps. It had to be done until their paycheck looks funny. Now y'all fucking know calculus.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Facts.
Percentages.
I'm very good at math now. Desiree, I needed to pick up paper, pens, and envelopes from the store, but I had no gas in my car. So I rode my stationary bike. Disapproved. I'm having people over to stare at their phones later if you want to come by. Yes. I'm into it. I'm so into it. Let's have a thing where we all
Justin got annoyed me the other day. Like he was watching football and I was in my on my phone and he was like, I could tell he was mad. I was like, what is he? He's like, we just be on your phone all day. I go, I don't know what staring at this screen is any different than staring at that screen.
This is the shared screen. This one's the not one. Like, I got it.
I'm like, I don't want to watch football right now. I'm not into it.
Sports is like a thing I can half pay attention to. That's why I like it. Like, I don't
have
into
it. Yeah.
Onto it. I was funny enough, Max Miller did a thing recently about it was English breakfast time and like how people always had the newspapers out at the breakfast table and it was ruining society. I was like, oh, so things have never changed.
That's funny. Everyone's sitting around, no one's talking to each other. Everybody's reading the news, and if they are, they're talking about politics or something.
News. That's amazing. I love everything about it. Go watch Max Miller. He's a really great Morning Bun episode that just came out. Let's see. I don't like to thank my middle.
What?
I'm gonna go again. I just got lost in the middle, but I was right. I'd like to thank my middle finger for always standing up for me when I needed it. Yeah. Thank you, middle finger. Desiree, what type of animals are put on envelopes?
Flat ones.
Yes.
I don't know.
Seals.
Ah.
Don't recognize Price Pig. Welcome to the party. They just say lol, but like, welcome to Joke Corner to our little party. I don't recognize your name or handle. Oh, and then my screen jumped because it's fun. Dove chocolates taste way better than their soap. Yes.
Yes.
David, yes, that's very true.
That's true.
Why do I have to always come and find you? Oh, this is your boss, my boss. Why do I have to always come and find you? Me. Because a good employee is hard to find.
Yeah.
Facts. Desiree, why did the walrus lick the envelope?
Why did the walrus lick the envelope? Mm-hmm. Is this dirty? I don't know.
Because it was looking for a good seal.
Okay. I had something about seals, but it was dirty.
You're living, you occupy space and have mass. Thanks, David. Are you saying I'm fat?
Your Price Pig was You're Doing It Wrong. That's their name change. Their handle used to be You're Doing It Wrong.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
And now he's Zuckerman's famous pig. Gee whiz, what do you see? Most famous pig in history. And now we're demonetized.
Telling me I was doing it wrong again, which is what that name always did to us.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing wrong? I'm just reading jokes. Okay. You're living, you occupy space and have mass. What does that mean? You matter.
You matter.
You matter.
You matter. No, literally, you are matter.
I'm gonna read two more and then I'm gonna call it a day. Joke. Congratulations to the woman who gave birth to the kid named Envelope. Hopefully she keeps us posted.
Okay.
At Keaton, 5 ants rented an apartment with 5 other ants. Now they're 10 ants.
Ah.
Oh, funny.
Okay,
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Shush Shush. Nellie will be here next week. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. The shit's production's starting to really pick up, so we'll see. I'm gonna tune in every time I can, and when I'm not, you'll have the Nellies, and hopefully by April, life is back to normalcy. We'll see what happens. All right.
Normalcy.
Right. Don't forget, we got an episode coming out tomorrow for you guys. Go watch Social Anxiety if you haven't seen it yet. If you can make it to any of our last few film festivals coming up, we'd love to see you there. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
I got one.
Oh, go for it. And then I'll hit
send us out. Ready? Why was the butcher so worried about the beef being on the top shelf?
Because.
Just because. Because the stakes were too high.
Hey, bye.
Bye.